Good morning, Guyana. We're going through some unusual times in this place that I refer to as La La Land. La La Land, which is Guyana, La La Land. We have a situation where we had elections, right? And the PAP won. And as within, they said, according to GCOM, the numbers from GCOM, that as within came in second, right? Highest set of votes per party. PNC third, amongst the fourth. So the PNC has been defeated for their own cause, right? Whatever. It's just a matter of time. It's just politics. It's just shifting sands, right? It'll shift around at some point back. That's how politics is. You just get hurt for a little while and then you come back again. And the PNC will restructure and come back. But we have a situation where the PPP, who are now in power, refusing to accept that Azruddin Mohammed is the second highest vote gaining party, and that Azruddin Mohammed must be the opposition leader. It's like they can't handle it. Nandalal can't handle it. Jack Dio can't handle it. Irfan can't handle it. Datadin can't handle it. Petty behavior, you know? Petty, low life. A lot of homosexual anti-manism in the thing, you know? It's difficult to contemplate, to understand anti-men how they think. And that's why we have such a hard time understanding Jack Dio, you understand? It's just anti-man, girly, perverted, demented, sick, psychopathic, bipolar. 1 minute they're happy, next minute is a girlish in him, you know? Female hormones fighting, the Y and Z hormones fighting, the male hormones fighting. So they're never happy. Homosexuals are never happy. And that is what is Jack Dio's problem. He's a never happy man or a girl because he's caught in this mental disturbing way of what these homosexuals is. So you and I can't understand him. So we've got to go along with the flow and try to figure out what's going on, right? Figure out what's really going on. We up to now? What the anti-man up to now? What Bogo thinking now? It's hard. Because we understand, we straightforward people. We ain't got them issues. We ain't got them hormone issues messing with we. You understand? So, oh, they want Azruddin in, they want this, they want that. They swearing in. Months under there, they in India, buggering in India again here. Bugger lose half India. But if Monzo want buggers, Monzo can bugger, right? It's his prerogative. You know, he's walk a little funny these days since he joined the PFP. The thing, right? The thing. If you Monzo want bugger, as a former member of the UF, me got a problem if me ex-leader want bugger. It's matter for Monzo. That's his problem. Jack, they want bugger. But when your buggering affect us as a people, then, you know, then is when we, as a people, your anti-manism affecting us as a country, holding the country back. Now look, you got a budget you want to pass. You suddenly realize, oh shit, we got budget we want to pass. The budget to run the country, to spend the country's money legally. To spend the money legally. You can spend money, but it's illegal because if you ain't got a budget, you can't spend the money. Like how they right now, like how they're giving out cash grant to farmers, rice farmers and fishermen and stuff. Them things gotta be passed and budgeted and put in allowances and put clauses in to spend government money. You don't spend more government money while. So they're hoping at some point to tie in back this with some old program, with a new program, and get it passed through Parliament, being they got a majority in Parliament, right? They hope to get it passed then and sort it out and They're gonna weave it in under some clause they got for aid and assistance to the industries and whatever, right? They're gonna find a way. Them people gonna find a way. They know for thief money. They born thieving and they grow up thieving and they continue thieving and they thieving more now, right? It's part of the DNA makeup. They can't help themselves. And the supporters who watching on, who not getting anything from the thieving, they're happy to see the thieving because they would want a thief too if they get a chance, right? They want a thief too. So it's like watching your thieving king thief. You're like, oh my God, I'm not gonna thief, right? You aren't a thief. Jack, you're thieving, Ashley thieving, everybody thieving. My God, I wish I could have thief like them too. Right? Regardless of what we're doing to the country. Mentality, me and you can't figure it because we ain't like them. Right? We ain't like them. We ain't born like them. We born a little different. We born decent. We born knowing if you want something that's work fit, you don't thief it. But them born to grow up knowing thieving. Born to see the father thieving the brother inheritance and then convince the whole family that he got a right for thief it. The man will thief a little piece of land, 2-inch land, and man will thief 2 pieces of land from you. It's a thieving mentality to grow up with. They learn it from small, right? Thieving since they're little. So when you see their supporters agreeing with the thieving, it's because they're thieves too. Just hoping that they can get a chance to thief some too. So rest of us see Guyana's money as the people's money. We don't want to steal money. We don't want no contracts unless we bid for it and get it the right way. We want to do things the right way, but these men don't do things the right way. It's not part of their DNA makeup to do things the right way. So they got an issue with us within, the haters within bad. If you want to spoil Jack, they just pass and rev like if make your mouth up like the Lamborghini and right away, Jack deal. That's why I buy 4 little Lamborghini, 4 I buy. And I just press every day, I just press it on the table for hear the song they just make. And I just record the song and send it to voicemail to them and so. It's just a song they do Lamborghini. So if you wanna, if you know Jack your number, and I can put it in the thing, I can put it in everybody. You can send you a voice note. We can get us ready to rev the car, rev the Lamborghini, and send you a voice note. Wake you up in the 2 o'clock in the morning by giving me presses of Lamborghini revving. You just got torment the tormented to get them more tormented. It's just stupid people. So we're in a silly period, right? We're in a silly period. Now they got budget coming up. Are you gonna read budget and you ain't got a parliamentary opposition in place? You don't have a leader of the opposition in place? But you read them budget? Eh? You read them budget? I said it the other day that the US ambassador only came out and did a passa demand on the PRP to host the meeting to elect the leader of the opposition. Passa, and the PRP knows passa because the US ambassador called them and said, just passa in here. I ain't mean nothing by it. I just need to put my voice down. We all know she's bullshitting because we all know she assisted them to be there. She helped to rig the elections to put the PRP in, along with the people from Exxon. Helped to rig and pay and pass money to get the PRP back. And she said that 2 weeks before the elections. And we are happy with the PRP. We're happy with it. So she was campaigning on behalf of the PRP. So if she campaigned 2 weeks before elections and we got 2 weeks off, 2 months or 3 months after election, she's still campaigning for them because they're doing what she wants them to do. Allow Exxon to pump out the oil. Don't pump out most of the oil from Lisa 1 and 2. They got a couple of 100,000 barrel more to pump and then they can't pump no more from there. They're going to bore another hole and pump again. So once Exxon is allowed to pump, the ambassador is a happy woman. Because that's all America cares about when it comes to any other country other than America. All they care about is their self-interest. So she's looking out for America's self-interest, which is the oil. So what else can you expect from the US ambassador and the UK ambassador? They're all part of this stealing of resources from small countries. It's part of what they do. Right? Part of what they do. And then, of course, they bribed Mike Pompeo, the former head of the CIA, former head of Exxon. They bribed Mike Pompeo. After they couldn't get Australian on their own to stop running, they bribed Mike Pompeo, took money and gave money to Mike Pompeo. They took our tax money and gave Mike fucking Pompeo, former head of the CIA. Right? And they get Cyril Lynch, the ex-ambassador, money. Tell him I fucking Brian McIntosh say so. And either one of them can do something about it if they want. I said it 1,000 times and they haven't responded because you know why? It's the fucking truth. It's the truth. I told Exxon months ago, this is not Nigeria. What you can get away with in Nigeria, you can't get away in Guyana. They still got voices here who will not sit down and allow you to do it. In Guyana, what you doing in Nigeria and what you do to all the other countries you've been to. You got white people here. White like you because I got 85% European blood in me. I's a white man, I ain't a Portuguese. I's a white man, Scottish white. Right? My grandfather, 2 generations ago came from Scotland. So understand? It's not a Pagli, Paku native you're talking to. A white like you. And that's why I just talk to y'all how I talk to y'all. Right? That's why I talk to y'all how I talk to y'all one-on-one. White man to fucking white man. Cyril Lynch is a white girl, is a white man. Let's call Cyril Lynch a fucking crook. And Mike Pompeo a fucking crook. Because he white like fucking Mike Pompeo. Right? And who wanna get upset? Freddie Kissoon don't like when I talk about white and being white and stuff. But Freddie Kissoon can carry his black skin control if he want. For all I give a flying fuck. Look, this country here, no matter what a good mood you wake up in Ghana, no matter how good a mood you are, you wake up, you put on some music, you dig, and you minute you turn on the fucking internet and you see prayer man and chant threatening people about cleaning up the city. Just clean the fucking city, prayer. You're not threatening nobody to clean the city. Just get some fucking bobcats and clean the fucking city. Just like when you clean out the fat out of you with Omzep or Ozempic, clean out the fucking city with some fucking bobcats. Right? You ain't gonna announce you're going to do. Just go and fucking do it. Go and do it. You're the ones collecting hundreds of billions of dollars in fucking taxes. The city council barely collecting couple rates and taxes from a handful of people. And most of the PPP people don't pay no rates and taxes to the city council. So they really don't get no money to pay the bills properly at city council. And then they got to pay for all the electricity and the poles. They got to pay all kind of thing to the government. They got to pay for the dumping of the garbage. So by the time they get a little money at city hall, a couple of people go and pay the little rates and taxes. Poor people, not the rich people don't pay. Right? They ain't got enough money to make it happen. And then the mayor is only pretending to be the mayor. He's just a figurehead mayor. Like how all the other mayors before are. Or were. The person with power in City Hall is the town clerk. Who was appointed by the PPP to run City Hall. She's in charge of the finances. He or she's in charge of the finances. So when you see City Hall doing a piss poor job, the mayor is just a figurehead. Right? He's just a figurehead and the city councillors are just figureheads. The person with the authority and power in City Hall is the town clerk, as we've proven with Shoba a couple of years ago. Shoba had ultimate power. She could have done whatever she wanted. So if the town clerk has all this power, then the town clerk can use her power or his power to clean the city, fix up the markets. I've talked about building a three-story steel frame structure super center, big market, starting from Regent Street, break down that old market where they got that border, and walk up 3-story triple-decker steel structure all the way to North Road, passing over Rob Street. You make it 4 feet off the ground, high and nice. No more water can get to the vendors. They got rats bigger than lions inside the place where we selling food, what we call border market. But nothing is being done about it because PNC and PAP love to use each other to bullshit. Because it's all part of keeping you in subjection. It's all part of keeping you in this deprived looking neighborhood, in this nasty looking place. It's part of the mind control game they play with you. Right? The place stinking nasty. You can't say nothing. You gotta accept and bless. Go and buy a little borough and carry home and wash it with bleach just to get off this stink rats with shit and run and piss in it. And you just be happy, and then somebody can say, well, there's progress. At least you get some boar to eat. You get a boar to eat, Mr. Max. And donkey from people, you can tell you though. Or PNC. They got donkeys in both of them. This country, we in a bad way. We in a bad state. We just had the most rigged, outrageously rigged elections. So we now have lost the ability to elect leaders, our own leaders. Somebody else is choosing for us. Whether it's the people from Exxon passing some money, the US ambassador lady doing she magic, and the PPP chucking in the votes inside, buying out all the little black girls on a GCOM. Because the whole of GCOM is sheer PPP people running GCOM now. From the CEO right down, involving massive amount of corruptions. They were supposed to put out a bid for election day jerseys, for 15,000 jerseys for election days, for the 2 days of elections, one into the other. 3 contracts were supposed to be given out to 3 contractors. They end up giving one PPP guy all the contract, and the banner's the son of a minister of the government. He get all the contracts to print all the jerseys. Then man went to the Chinese store and man buy a pliers for $85 and put in on the invoice that they paid $2,000 for the pliers. That's the kind of massive corruption. They spent billions of GCOM to run this 2025 elections. Out of the billions they spent, I'm guaranteeing they stole at least $2 billion Ghana dollars. The people at GCOM stole at least $2 billion Ghana dollars from the 2025 elections. And they got new elections coming up here for local government. They can steal another $2 billion from that as well. Because there are so many openings for them to steal money. The food alone, who they give the contractor to supply food, drinks, water, who they buying this box from, who they buying the pliers from. It's all massive corruption at GCOM. And now you got the 3 PNC commissioners who have lost their positions technically because they belong to the PNC. The PNC is no longer the opposition party, and it states that the opposition party must have the 3 commissioners on the GCOM board. These 3 old black banners refuse to left the fucking walk. They refuse to left the fucking walk. This country can only fix to me, like this country can only fix with some 2x4. Some 2x4. That's the only way you can fix. Some 2x4. With a crowd outside, with about 1,000 people with 2x4s in their fucking hand. It's the only way for it to fucking fix, because words don't fucking matter in Guyana no more. Words are, like these words is a waste of fucking time. Waste of fucking time talking in Guyana. Words means nothing to the PPP. Nothing. They don't hear it. The only time the PPPs hear it is when they're under pressure. They put your foot in the neck. Press the neck in the ground. Then the PPP, okay. Oh, look how he got my foot. Look how he got my neck. He's become the fucking victim. They just turn it around and become the victim in a hurry on you. I don't know where Guyana going. I don't know Guyana. I want to get the fuck out of Georgetown. I already made arrangements again on the Essequibo coast this weekend. I'm supposed to be getting a place on the Essequibo. I just want to get out of this place. Because if I stay in Georgetown, it ain't gonna be good. It ain't gonna be good for me, and it ain't gonna be good for some people. A lot of fucking people. It ain't gonna be good. Because I refuse as a Guyanese. I refuse as a fucking Guyanese who born here. Right? To accept that this is the fate of my fucking country. That this is the fate of my country. That I will sit back and allow a pack of little fucking cunt holes to bully my country away from me. Right? That I would sit down and allow a Jack Dio or fucking cunt like fucking Anil or a fat flop like fucking Orphan to bully my country away from me. Because that's what they're doing now. They're bullying the fucking country away from me. Right? I refuse to accept it. I refuse to accept it. And it look like if a lot of other fucking people quietly also refuse to accept it, but they don't talk yet. They ain't saying nothing. They're quiet. Everybody, they're quiet. But the quietness to the people, they see it as a signal of victory. Oh, look, they're quiet. They're accepting the bullshit we're shoving at them. I don't know where this country going. They got the police bullying people as soon as you say something on the internet. They're bullying. They got the ERC bullying fucking people. Well, the only people that bullying nobody yet is the army. But they can bully. They plan to bully in time to come. Too. Right? And you got a set of POP donkeys, paid donkeys, and some voluntary donkeys. They abusing people on the internet for this situation we find ourselves in which they refuse to swear in the opposition leader. They got POP donkeys willing to give you an excuse for this. Willing to give you an excuse for this. And make excuses up. And come up with all kind of bullshit to tell you that it's not a bad thing. You only think you're that bad. You're not really that bad. It's alright. We don't need an opposition leader no more. Right? Some POP donkeys. Well, I don't mind the paid donkeys who getting paid. Right? Because they get the money. Anybody get the money, go to me books. At least I like Indira Jafrali and Borbies. I don't mind Indira representing POP to the hilt. Because Indira's drawing a lot of money. She makes a lot of money doing it. Power to Indira. Right? I appreciate what Indira does for her party. She's being paid to do it. But there's the donkeys, like my friend would just drive taxi down in UGA, who used to be a Guyana democracy. I can't remember his name now. It's called the fat boy. He was abusing Simona Brooms and he was abusing somebody the other day. After the elections 2020, and they boss off all them Guyana democracy boys, Kwame and Jason Abdullah call him and tell him, we want you to dress up in a suit and come down for an interview at some office they had, right? So me boy dress up, cut his hair and dress up. And when he reached down there, Kwame and Jason Abdullah and on the ground rolling with laughter at this jackass. And today he is now one of the spokesperson. He's talking like a bad man, like if he able at any fucking thing. Right? Like if he able at anything. And he now representing the PPP. He representing the PPP. Because it's his party. He's living in Sapphire somewhere. He's sketchy ass. He ain't got a fucking dime in his pocket. But he's trying to make a little name for himself. Well, I got problem with people like he. Who ain't getting nothing. And still representing this bullshit that's going on. Them is the people that's got problem with. I like Indira Jafrali. I respect Indira Jafrali, what she does. She's a good, vibrant POP member. But she makes a lot of money doing it. And that's how it got to be done. That's how, if you want to represent a corrupt party and they expect you to represent them properly, they got to pay you. And that's what Indira does. So, kudos to Indira. But like me, fat boy, taxi boy, driver, you're representing for free. And you ain't got nothing to get. You ain't got nothing to get. So, don't ever represent them. Just let them be on their own. Because when you wanted something, you couldn't get nothing. They didn't give you nothing. They make laugh off of you. Guyana, I don't know what y'all sitting waiting on. Right? I don't know what y'all sitting waiting on. But whoever it is you're waiting on, God ain't gonna bring it for you. You gotta fight for it. You gotta fight for it, and you gotta demand it. I ain't say go and broke down no barrier like what you do by Pegasus, right? I ain't say go and behave bad, but at least come and stand up and show your presence. Put on your blue jersey and come and stand up when Azreddin got a little protest for the speaker. Come out and show your numbers. That's how you fight for country. But instead, y'all home, everybody passing and watching on, expecting somebody else to fight for you. And every time you don't fight, one more right is taken away from you. Because the PPP is quite willing to claw every ounce of right out of you and give you nothing. You get nothing from them. They're willing to give you nothing. This is a domination of one Guyana and the people of Guyana. One Guyana is really one race. That's what they really mean. One race. It's not one Guyana. It's one race. And you all know what the race is. Right? Domination of one race over the others. You see, when Bornham, they make it Bornham say one people. One nation with one destiny. These banners say one Guyana. And from their actions, we know that their one Guyana stands for one set of people getting. Look at the video. Look at the photographs from Manzoor house, big house. Across the road, Zulkafar, big house. Picnic with car rental and apartments and mansions. Well, if you're a PPP supporter and you happy, you getting nothing. You sucking salt and you getting nothing. You still supporting though? Kudos to you then. Come a couple of days, I think, is budget day. I can be outside Parliament building. I'm going to watch on a little bit. For change. I don't watch on. And if enough of y'all come, more we can watch on. And you might see something happen. But if you stay home, you can't see nothing. Make up your minds what you want. You want to stay home? Or you want to fight for your country and get a little better country? What y'all want to do? Me and Azreddin can't fight all the time, and a man can't fight all the time. Right? 3 people can't fight all the time. More y'all gotta come out and fight. You gotta come out and back up Bailey. You gotta back up the guys from VPAC. Back up Amanza. Back up the Win Party. If you don't show the support, the people will get stronger. The stronger they get, is the weaker you will get. And you've already seen their intent with Guyana. Look at all the lands going up the Ogle Highway that they just made. You know they gave out all the lands. If you pass on, you'll see construction going on all the lands now. As I said months ago. And Heroes Highway, when you look through all the new development, you see everybody get 30 acres, 40 acres, gated communities going up. Nothing for you poor people. Nothing for you. I don't know how much more y'all can take without saying anything. Maybe home in your house quietly is course, but at some point you gotta stand up and say something. I can catch y'all later. You can see y'all budget day. Budget day. I can be out there watching on a little bit. Come out, let me make a little noise out there a little bit, man. It'll be 2 drum. You put on a pot of cook up and let me show that we ain't accepting bullshit. And if enough of y'all stand up on the road in front there, Ashley Singh can't pass to go inside the building. They gotta fly in with a fucking helicopter. They ain't got enough police to move 20,000 a week out there. They ain't got enough. You ain't got enough police, army, and sheriff security, and so no amount of big guns can move all the way from out there. Do your thing. Catch y'all later.